People are using shopping carts at the food bank. That's what this episode is going to be all about. Uh, what happens is the people that don't have transportation, they find them a shopping cart out here in the neighborhood because they're everywhere. Seems like shopping carts is something people throw away. It's like a throwaway item because people don't try to really gather them from the stores that have shopping carts. They don't really do a good job of keeping them in the store. So you can go in the neighborhood and find a shopping cart almost anywhere. It seems like they're throwaway items. They're a dime a dozen. Every once in a while you'll see somebody walking home a shopping cart from the store for the groceries from that store. But for the most part, shopping carts are just laying around in the neighborhoods, and they're easy to get. So you don't have to work hard to get a shopping cart, that's for sure. And the police don't mess with you about having a shopping cart, and that's the key. You can easily walk up and down the block with a shopping cart, and they won't get you for having stuff. Basically, a stolen item. That's what it is. And it's supposed to have some value to it, because if you get a shopping cart that size from the store, it's going to be over for the small one, it's $20. So it got to be over $50 to $100 for a big one if you buy one from the store. But it seems like they don't really care about shopping carts, especially the big box stores, the big stores in the neighborhood. They don't try to really keep their shopping carts back, get them back in the store. When they shut the store down, they don't go out there and get all the shopping carts from the parking lot. They leave them out there for the next day. So it's easy to get a shopping cart, that's for sure. So people that come to these food banks, they bring their shopping carts with them so they don't have to carry it. Or go buy one of them $20 or $40 shopping carts. That's bigger ones, $40. They can carry a lot that they sell at the store, but you can get one for free in the neighborhood. Just look around and you find your shopping cart. But people are very particular about their shopping cart. I remember one time we was at this Thursday event, and Blue Eyes had his shopping cart with him all the time, and he had a particular shopping cart he had fallen in love with, or he favored the most. Well, he let him use it to offload the truck, and they mistakenly, they use shopping carts there to offload the truck themselves, and sometimes some food banks, they use these shopping carts themselves, and they keep them, on their premises. But in this case, they didn't have enough shopping carts, and it wasn't really readily available. The shopping carts weren't readily available because they got plenty of shopping carts. And Blue Eyes let them use his shopping cart. And that thing, I know that his shopping cart they got mixed up with theirs, and when it was getting ready to be put back over there on the other side of the street, and he got upset about that and let that person know who asked him to use that shopping cart. You got to bring his shopping cart back to him right now. Whatever you're doing, you can stop what you're doing and go find his shopping cart, because he ain't going to try to be running around and looking for his shopping cart before they start passing out the food. He was nice enough to let you use it, but you put it around there and forgot about whose shopping cart that was. So he made that person know that his shopping cart was very important to him, and that he had to go get that shopping cart right now, because he was getting upset about it. You got to go get that shopping cart right now and bring it back to him right now, and don't be no later on. So whatever he was doing, he had to stop what he was doing, and that was sorting out the food, and go get his shopping cart. So people will let you know that's their shopping cart, and not to be messing with it. But, it's easy for a person to come up to the food bank and claim your shopping cart. And people that have ownership of that, they don't play that. That's something you don't do. You know what I'm saying? They say, I remember this one food bank I was at on Thursday morning. They use shopping carts too. And they got to the point that they was letting people use their shopping cart, take their groceries to the car and back. Then people were taking the shopping cart and taking it home with them. And they had no shopping carts to use for people to do. They were using it for the convenience of people taking it to their car. And somebody took advantage of that. So what they had to do was, they had to change that up till you bring your own cart. Or if you use one of the carts that they got, then you have to leave your ID with somebody. And that makes sure you come back, especially if you had a car. You had no ID, no shopping cart. But some people that didn't have no car, didn't have their shopping cart with them on that day, They thought it was a good idea just to go on by, get a shopping cart for them and go on down the block with it. So that's how tight they had to tighten their shopping cart up. Their rules for their shopping cart up. And people take advantage of that. So the shopping cart is very important. But yeah, people went off on a couple people. And they said, I remember this one person asked this lady, was her shopping cart. And she let them know under no, for sure, under all circumstances, that was her shopping cart. She said, that's my shopping cart, and let them know not to be messing with it. So yeah, because people are very sensitive about that shopping cart. They can get upset about them shopping carts. This other event I go to on Mondays, they don't let them bring them shopping carts in the door. The doorway is very narrow, and the sitting area is narrow. So they say you can't come in the house in the building with your shopping cart. We gotta leave them outside. So that's when people take a chance with their shopping cart being outside. They can easily get mistaken for somebody else's shopping cart and be long gone. So shopping carts are very important to people in the food bank. I understand why they use them, because it's convenience of not carrying that stuff on your back. Or in them little smaller cars, you might get lucky one day and get a whole lot of stuff and wish you had a shopping cart. So it's very convenient, that's for sure. And they roll easy on the sidewalks. So they got easy access to them. They land around everywhere. They work, they carry more groceries or goodies. And you got easy access to them. And they roll good on the sidewalk. So this one event I went to, we used to go to on Wednesdays, the Wednesday event. He tried to prohibit it. The pastor at that church tried to prohibit people from bringing their shopping carts. Because he reminded them that they didn't pay for these shopping carts. They basically were stolen items. And they run around with a stolen item, using it in front of his church. And he didn't like that. He said, leave your shopping cart across the street and then carry your stuff over there and bring it over here when you loading up, and then you go down the block with it. But don't be parking it around the church. Well, that didn't work out too good because he tried to put that down as one of his rules, but that rule didn't work out good for him. There too many people would come with their shopping carts. It was too much of an inconvenience, that's for sure. For him to keep reminding them that, and it was going in one ear and out the other. So he was dealing with a different group every week. He wasn't dealing with the same group, but they changed up every week. So this time, he just let it go. After a while, he just let that go, because it wasn't working for him. But that was his philosophy behind doing that, was the fact that you basically are running around with a stolen item. Shopping cart, but you did not pay for that shopping cart, whether you found it or not. It's a stolen item, but like I said, it has no high value, and there's no reward on bringing it back. If they put a reward on a shopping cart, people would be stealing a shopping cart just to get the reward back on it. So that wouldn't work. So there's no value to a shopping cart. But having said that, I do know there's one person that has a shopping cart that has transportation. And I remember when he broke out with his shopping cart, we called him Mr. Twinkle Toes. We call him Twinkle Toes this time. Anyway, he liked to dance. So anyway, Twinkle Toes, he had brought his shopping cart with him. And he had transportation. He had a pickup truck. So when he broke out with that shopping cart, I got on him about that. Because that was too funny. I understand why the people bring shopping carts, they ain't got transportation. But if you got transportation and you went and got your shopping cart from one of the grocery stores that was hanging around, he had the fancy dancing one from one of the grocery stores that's not in the hood. So he went outside the hood and got him one. And he fell in love with it because he liked his style, because the style of shopping cart out in the hood at this particular store, I ain't going to name it. It's a little shorter shopping cart, and it has a different design to it. So when he broke out that shopping cart, at the Thursday event, I let him know that he was all in and being a food bank participant, that's for sure. And we had a good laugh out of that. There's no way he should be using a shopping cart when he got transportation, that's for sure. But he flipped the strip, and he used his shopping cart, and he put it in the back of his pickup truck. But it's Thursday's event, and they say bring a shopping cart, but I said they sell them at this Dollar Tree up here, at this dollar store up here for $20. You get your little hand cart, that's what it's called. But he didn't want that. He wanted his shopping cart, so I had to rip on him for that, that's for sure. So we had a good laugh on that one, that's for sure. Him bringing out that shopping cart, I let him know he was all in now. He was a professional food bank participant with a shopping cart, that's for sure. So anyway, that's what I got to say about these shopping carts. People will get very territorial and very protective of their shopping cart. That's the key word. They're very protective of their shopping cart. And when nobody handling their shopping cart, they want I have no misunderstanding that that might be their shopping cart. Sometimes two people have two the same shopping cart, but they can have a little misunderstanding. But people appreciate having the convenience of a shopping cart, because it rolls good on the sidewalk. I think that's another key to the shopping cart. It rolls good, and the police don't mess with you by having one. That's another thing. Probably in some other areas outside the city, they'll mess with you by having a shopping cart. But I don't know. I don't live outside the city, so I don't know. But anyway, that's what's happening with the shopping cart with the food banks. So let's see what time we got left on this. Yeah, my phone won't cut on. Let me know what time I got left. Because you got other things running. That's for sure. They do the cutoff on it. But we're going to keep talking. Let you know we're still on air. Yeah, but the shopping cart people, that's what I call them. People with shopping carts. They got to have their shopping cart. I got about 3 minutes left on this. Broadcast is 15 minutes long each. But I'm going to cut it short because that's all I got to say about the shopping carts. And we're going to share this on Twitter. So we will holler back at you later. Adios, amigos.